this is another lecture series for the Linux based CLI command. In the previous lecture, I discussed what is the architecture of the Linux, what is the anatomy of Linux command, what are the file system, or you could say organization of file system in Linux, then certain basic commands corresponding to Linux. Here we are exploring further another set of Linux commands. So we have already seen what is a Linux. It is an operating system, and these are the services being you could say provided. All these services, you could use all these services with the help of Linux commands. So here we are starting with the Linux user commands. Basically, this is the first set of commands. Particular set of all these commands, they correspond to user related commands. So the very first command is the who command. What it does, it display all logged in users. We have already seen what is who am I. So in the case of the who am I, it will show the current logged in user's name, that is you. So it will tell that what is your username. So here you got to know, okay, you are user 1. But what if I want to know that what are the other users who are logged in the system? Then here I will use the command who command. So if you see the difference between these two commands, here you are getting your information. But here by default, what it shows by default, it will show your username only. But with the help of the who command, it also provide additional information, that is user 1, it has been logged on this terminal at what date and at what time. Similarly, user 2, this is the terminal name for user 2, this is the date and this is the time at which this particular user has logged in into the system. Now my next command is ID command. So ID command, it will show user ID, group ID and the group memberships. Now the question comes, what is user ID? In the Linux system, all the users, they have been put into 3 categories. One is user, another one is group, and there is a third category, that is others. And accordingly, the access rights have been associated with these 3 groups. Since in the Unix file system, each and everything is being treated as a file, so on these files we can operate only in 3 ways. One is my read operation, another one is my write operation, and the last one is my execute operation. And these are the symbols which are representing these 3 access rights or these 3 access permission. So with the user, these 3 permissions are being associated with groups and similarly with the others. So if I say that I am user 1, so it will tell me that what kind of access rights being associated with user 1. Similarly, the group administrator, it can associate the access right with group and with the others. So when you give the ID, it will tell what is your user ID. So in this case, this is my user ID. In which group I have been placed? I have been placed in this particular group. So my GID is this. And my group memberships, this is my group memberships. That is, I am present. Basically, I am associated with these groups, with this group as well as with this particular group. So this is my group membership. So with the help of the ID command, I just came to know, okay, currently what is my user ID, my and this GID, what it tells this GID is being associated with this UID. Similarly, corresponding to these GIDs, I might being associated with other UIDs. So this particular UID, this corresponds to my current login. Groups, this is the list the groups a user belong to. So these are my groups. If you look here, it is providing me the ID. That is what these are my group names, and these are the IDs which have been associated with these groups. But if I just want the information that what I just only want the information that in which groups I'm associated with, and I am not concerned with the group ID. So I will give the command groups. Here these are the 3 groups with which I am being associated. If I want to add a new user to the system, then I will give the command add user and then user add. That is, but another important thing is that if you want to manipulate, or you want to add the users, or you want to add the groups, then you should being able to operate with the administrator command. So instead of writing these commands on your prompt, you will use sudo command before giving all such kind of commands. Now what the sudo command tells, it tells that you are being working as a administrator, and these are my administrator system calls. So here I have given use sudo, then I had used the command add user, and this is my new user name. So these are the output. It will say adding new user by the name new user. Now this new user, it is being associated with this particular group. Now this is your group. So when you are giving this command, so whatever the group you are currently being associated, that group name becomes the group for that particular new user. So adding new user, this is my username, and with the group new user. If I want to change the password, for example, I want to change the password of another user, then what I will give the command? I will give the command password, that is PASSWD. It will change a user password. Again, this is my system administrator related command. So I have used sudo, then the command name, and this is the username for whom I want to change the password. So it will prompt you, enter the new Unix password. You will enter something, then it will say retype new password, and then it will give password updated successfully. Another command is user mode. That is, it modify a user account. That is, it add a user to a group. For example, if I want to add a user to the sudo group, that is, I will give the command, first I will use the sudo, then this is my command name, and these are the flags which I need to use if I want to add a I want to modify add a user to the sudo group. So here again sudo, and this is the username. If I want to delete a user, then what I will do, I will use the command delete user, and this is my you could say my user account, which name of my user account which I want to delete. So it will remove a user account. So how I will give, again I need to use the sudo because I am working now, currently I am acting as a system administrator. So I will give the sudo, then I will use the command, that is DELUSER, then I will give the new username. Now it will remove this user. So what you have done, first you have add the user, then you come to know how you will change the password of that particular user, then how you will delete that particular user. Now the another command is my last command. It will shows the login history of the users, that is what actions have been performed by the users. So I can use the command last. It will give the username, then on which terminals they are being working on, at what time, and whether they are logged in or not. So it is still logged in, and it is giving that this person has been logged out, and at what time it has logged out, and for how much duration that person has logged in or was working on the system. So if I look this particular history, this particular user 2, it has operated on the system for about half an hour. Finger command, it display the detailed information about a user. So what it says, you will give the finger, and then you will give the username. So it will give all the details of that user, that is what the login name, what is the name, what is its you could say home directory, then what the shell being shell used by that particular user, and from when that particular user has logged into the system, what's the terminal name. So it will display all the particular information about a user. If you want to display the information pertaining to another user, you just need to change this user name. Su command, basically it switches to another user command. For example, if you want to switch to the root, then you will use the command su and then the hyphen. So it represents your root account, and when you use the command su hyphen, then it will prompt you for the password. Whatever you write for write here, that password, if it is correct, then you can switch to another account. Sudo command, it runs a command as another user, typically root, which we have already seen. So it updates the packages as the root command. So here if I give the sudo, then this is for apt, and it is updating this particular package, apt package. It is being updated by the sudo command. We have already seen how we can use sudo in other areas. W, basically it displays who is logged in and what they are doing. So here what I have seen in the who command, we have seen that who command, that who are currently being logged in the system, and if I want to see a detailed version of the who are logged in and what they are doing, then I will use the command only w. So here it will display all the users who are being logged in, terminal number, from where, at what time they have logged in, for how much time they have been idle, they are using JCPU, PCPU, and what functionality, what processes they are currently being run on those systems. So these are the few, you could say, system commands, user related system commands. Now let's discuss ls command. Ls command, which we have already discussed in previous lecture, that is basically for displaying the contents of a file or of a directory. So when I say ls command, and I can use various flags with the ls command, and when I give a flag to ls command, its functionality totally got changed from its default behavior. So let's begin with ls. When I give ls without option, what it will do? It will list the files and directories in the current directory. So if I give ls and then I press enter, so these are the files which are being present in my current directory. What if I want to show the contents or the list the files and directories of some other directory, then how I will use the ls command? Ls command and then the name, or you could say path of the directory whose content you want to list. ls, basically it is for listing. So it will show the contents of that particular directory. And how you will give the path? You can give the path in both manners. You can use the relative path name, or you could use the absolute path name. Now the ls command, with the help of when I give the option or the flag L, what it will do? It will show the detailed information about each file or a directory in a long format. So what the L does? It stands for long. So here if you see, this is my file name or the folders which are present in that particular directory, and this is the detailed version of these files. So if I look at this file1.txt, so with this file, these are the access rights being associated. This is the username, at what time the file have been created. If it is a directory, how you will find out whether it is a directory or not? Here you could see the hyphen, it has been replaced with the word D. So D symbolizes that this is my directory. So what are the details being shown in L? Very first one is the permission, then the number of links. So these are my number of links. So here I am having 2 links, here I am having 1 link. Then the owner ID, then the group ID, what is the file size, modification date and time, and the name of the file. This is the information which we have shown, detailed information which we have shown with the help of flag L. What if I want to show all the files including hidden files? What are the hidden files? They are the files which being started with the dot operator. So they are being treated as the hidden file. So if you want to create your own hidden file or your own hidden directory, then what you need to do, that file should or that directory should start with the dot operator. So here I am having the option, or you could say flag A, small a. So here and I already told you that the Linux, it is my case sensitive. So again, when I am saying L, it should be small. Again, I am having a small a, it will list all the files. If you look here, so here these are my, you could say these are my hidden directories or the files, and these are the files which is being shown earlier with the help of the ls command earlier. If I want to display only the hidden files, then what I will or you could say in human readable format, then what I will do, I will use the option H. So here the format, it is in the quite that is your file size. Earlier your file size, it is 10244096. So you cannot say what is the exact size of your file. So here if I want to get the exact size in the terms of kilobyte, so here I have used the option H. And if you look at this, I have used the option H along with the option L. So what the L, it is for long listing, and what the H does, it is in the human readable format. So I am displaying the information of L command in a human readable format. Now the another option with the ls is R. Here R, it is in caps. So what it will do, it will recursively list all files and directories including their subdirectories. So what it will do, for instance, I am having a directory A, then I am having B, then I am having D, here I am having E, and I am having suppose F, it is having G and H, and I am here. So if I give this command, what it will do, it will first list all the files and the directories, then all the files and directories associated with D, then this. That is, it is recursively showing the contents of all the directories and the subdirectories which are associated with my current working directory. Another flag is small t. What it will do, it will sort the files by modification time with the most recently modified files listed first. So if I use this option, so this is how these files have been modified, and it is showing the most recently modified. So if I am saying that I have run the script, so it will come first. Then if I have opened file1.txt, then it comes next, and folder 1 which I have might have accessed at time. So what it says, for example, I have accessed it at so this is what it exactly means. If I use the another option, that is S, it is in capital, so it will show the contents, but here the file, they are being sorted by the size, by their size, and the largest file being listed first. So this is the sorting being done on the size, and here this is the file which is largest in size. If I want to display the inode number of each file, then I will use the option in a small, that is I. So it will display the inode number of each file. Now what is inode number? Basically it is the number being as soon as you create a file, then your file, it got a number, and this number is known by the inode. Basically what the inode number does, I will cover this later on. For a time being, you could say that it is a number being just like your PID. Your every process, we have seen PS command where we are displaying your processes being run in the system. So each and every, as soon as you create a process, then each and every process, it got its own unique number, which is known by the PID, and your system recognized that particular process by its PID number. Similarly, in the case of the file, we are having the inode numbers. Now these inode numbers, they are related to your file system. How we assign them, how we where their placement, all these things, they are related to your file system, which I will cover later on in some other lecture. So for a time being, inode number, this is the unique identification number of my file, and basically it is being used where that particular file being present, physically present on my file system. So here I am having the file name, then this is the, you could say, inode number for this file. For this particular directory, this is the inode number. For this particular shell, you could say, executable file, this is the inode number. If I just want to list the directories, not their contents, then in that case I will use the option D. So in this case, what I have done, I have used the option D, but here what this particular thing says, it says all the directories. You need to show the content. So here there is only one directory present, that is my folder 1. Now another option, it is display one file or directory per line. This is my L -L option, that is file1.txt and all these things. Then I can combine the options, that is options can be combined for more functionality, which we have seen earlier, that is -L and H. Similarly, I could have H by another option, that is S. Now what it will do, it will do long listing in the human readable format and sorted by their size. So here first it will display in the sorted order, in the detailed manner, and here if you see, it is more human readable format. Now come to the wild characters. They are very important if we talk about the ls command. So ls command can be used with wild characters. And what are wild characters, or you could say wild cards? They are known as pattern matching characters to filter the results based on specific patterns. So here these are certain wild card. The very first wild card is my asterisk. What it does, it matches 0 or more character. So what here I am doing, I am displaying all the files which are having the extension txt. So I am not aware what are the name of my files. So what I have done, I have used the asterisk mark. So what it will do, it will show all the contents. All the contents which are having all the files which are having the contents txt. Similarly, let's suppose I am having files in my directory q, q1, q11 and q2. Now I want to show the files which are being started with q1, let's suppose. So what I will do, I will give ls q1, and then I am not aware whether it is my 0 or more. These two files, they must be shown in the output. So I am not aware what is the length. So here I will use the give asterisk. So when I press enter, it will show q1, it will show q11. Let's suppose I give the command with q asterisk. So what it will do, it will show all these files. There is another wild character, that is question mark. What it does, it matches exactly one character. That is, it lists all the files with names of 3 characters ending in .sh. So what I will do, this is 1, 2, 3. So here it is like this. So what happen if I give the wild character? Let's suppose I want only being shown this. So what I will give ls, then q1 and this question mark. So it will show q11. Let's suppose there is another file q12. It will show both these 2 files. Another wild character is my square brackets. It matches any one character inside the bracket. So if I give ls abc, so what it will do? It will show all the files which are being started with a, b and c, and length could be anything, 0 or more character. So it is showing this output. Suppose I want to list the files with the names ending in a digit. So what I will do, I don't know what being preceding here. So I have used the asterisk for this particular portion. Here ending in a digit, so 0 to 9, and let's suppose I want text files. So here I have given the extension. Curly bracket, it matches patterns separated by commas. For example, I want to list the files either starting with txt or with the csv op extensions. So I can give both here. So here I have used the curly brackets if I want to display such kind of things. Now what is the tilde? This is another wildcard. It represents the home directory. So basically if you give, wherever you use this tilde symbol, it always represent your home directory. So when I give ls tilde, so what it will do, it will list the files in the home directory. So instead of listing the contents from your present working directory, it will display the contents from your home directory. So these are all about your ls command, and certain we have discussed certain user related commands. These are the references which you can refer for further study. Thank you and Jai Hind.